Alright, so this is our first hurricane update video. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's not super windy yet. You can see some of the trees there. Just a little breezy. We're expecting it to start, well, it's already affecting Tampa. This wind is from Hurricane Irma, so it's already affecting Tampa. But we're expecting it to pass right by Tampa at about 2 a.m. So we still have a couple more hours before it starts really hitting us. But we've got the truck here, we got the boat here, Boaty McBoatface is here, my car's in the garage. We've got all of our shutters up, as you can see. There's nothing on our back patio, there's nothing on our front porch except some sandbags over there. So, yep, this is it so far. We'll probably do an update, I don't know, every couple of hours this morning, and then as the evening gets closer, we'll do more updates, maybe on the hour or so. So, yeah, all right. So it's 11:30, and still not much going on. It's not, I don't really think it's any windier now than it was earlier this morning. A couple of other people out. Not raining anymore right now. It was drizzling this morning. I'm pretty sure we're between a band right now. But cloudy. Clouds are moving pretty quick. Yeah, not much to report. Alright, so it's 4:30. And we are in a band coming through right now, so you can see the bushes and the tree. You're getting whipped around a little bit. I don't think it's too bad right now. I would say maybe, what, 20-mile-an-hour winds, maybe? Yeah. It's not too terrible. This is, I mean, obviously it's going to get worse as the day goes on, but this is the worst we've had so far. So I figured I'd come out and do an update. It's been about 5 hours since our last update. Just figured now was a good time to do it because our other ones were in between bands. So this is what we're dealing with so far. I'm not going to go out too much because it's raining right now, but figure y'all can see it, maybe even hear it a little bit. Yep, so I'll probably start doing the updates more periodically or closer together now since it's starting to pick up some more. So it's 6:40 p.m. and it's probably about 30-mile-an-hour winds, maybe 40. It's not too terrible. Irma has already made landfall down in the Naples area. And it immediately went from a Cat 4 to a Category 3, and then very quickly dropped down to a Category 2 hurricane. And they're predicting that it'll be about a Category 1 by the time it makes it here to the Tampa area, which is fantastic. But of course, the first thing my husband said was, well, I put up the hurricane shutters for no damn good reason then. So leave it to a Floridian to be inconvenienced by the fact that it's only a Category 1 hurricane. But that's all right, we'll take it. So it's raining, as you can tell. But otherwise, it's not too bad. Could be a whole lot worse. We'll keep doing updates as the evening goes on. The sun hasn't been out at all today, so it's gonna get darker faster tonight, and it's going to be difficult to see anything. I think the most is y'all will be able to hear it. We've not had any lightning that we've been able to tell. So yeah, I'll keep trying to do updates as the evening goes on and once Irma actually gets to the Tampa area, but I don't know how much we'll be able to see. But again, you might be able to hear it. So that's it for now. It's 7:20 in the evening, and conditions are pretty much holding steady. It's not changed very much. we're still in a band from the hurricane. Still drizzling, still windy. I think our winds are maybe 40 miles an hour, even that. Probably getting a couple of gusts that are higher than that, but for the most part, it's just holding steady at what it was before. Yep. Alright, so it's 8:10, and I know y'all probably can't see anything because it's really dark, but the winds are definitely kicking up. The rain is still pretty much about what it was before. It's not like really big rain, but it's definitely more than a drizzle. But the winds are definitely picking up. I think the newscasters said around 8 is when we're supposed to start feeling more hurricane level winds, not so much of the tropical storm level winds anymore. So that's about what we're feeling now. And again, I know you guys can't really see any of that. It's just really way too dark. But honestly, Jeremy from Driftaway just called over and said that he's getting reports from some of his people around the area that some of the other areas near us are starting to lose power, and so we might start to lose ours. So our generator is staged and ready to go. We just finished running all of our electrical cords all through the house to power the refrigerator, the freezer, some lamps, and of course our TV and Bose system and DVD player. So we definitely have our priorities. But yeah, so we're ready to go in case the power does go out. I mean, obviously we hope it doesn't, but we are ready if it does. So that's the update for right now. Alright, so it's like almost 9 o'clock. I've switched over to doing video on my cell phone because my GoPro wasn't able to see anything. I hope you guys can hear me. But the wind has definitely picked up. We're probably 50, I would say maybe 50 mile an hour winds, but we're getting gusts much higher than that. Irma is still south of us, I think right around, well, somewhere south of Bradenton. So she hasn't made it to Tampa yet. We have been getting some flickering of the power, so we're expecting to lose that any minute now. But our generator's all ready to go. We've got all of our extension cords laid out, so we're ready for it. And Jeremy from Driftaway is going to be making his way down here because I guess we have great picture taking angles in our porch. So yeah. So that's our update for about 9 o'clock. Okay, so it's about 8 o'clock in the morning now, and Irma has passed away from us, which is wonderful. This is the second time we've been outside since last night when it was really kicking up. We came out, well, we lost power last night about 1:30 in the morning, and about 4:30 we went ahead and kicked on the generator. So it's probably can't see it from here, but it's chained up to one of the pillars in front of our house. That's been going since about 4:30 this morning. When we came out to start the generator, we did a little walk around the house to see if there's any damage. We don't see anything, but there are a whole bunch of shingles in our yard. And we tried looking on our roof to see if they're ours, but we couldn't really tell. It was dark and couldn't really see anything. But so now we're kind of walking around now to see if we can see where those shingles came from. Pretty sure they're not ours though. So yeah, so we're gonna walk around and see what we can see. There's a little bit of damage. There's a street light right here, and the top of it has fallen off, and it's laying right there next to the pole. It's drizzling off and on, so we're not, you know, really walking around too terribly much. But yeah, we weathered the storm pretty good. It could have been a whole lot worse, so we're definitely lucky and we're definitely thankful. There's Jeremy over there from Driftaway. So yeah, that's the update for now. Alright, so let me show y'all the shingles in the yard that I was talking about. So they're like everywhere. All of these little shingles. There's a whole bunch over here. Now, we don't think they're ours. We can't tell because we can't really get up there or really see. But our neighbor over here, you can see that one shingle up there is like flipped up. And then they've got a section over here where they're missing some of the cap pieces right here on this little edge right here. So some of these are probably theirs. But there's a bunch of houses in the neighborhood that are missing chunks of shingles from their roof. We drove around and there's actually several fences. The fences that you're allowed to have in our neighborhood are these plastic PVC type fences. So there were several fences that got destroyed. Not even just the panel popped off, it was the individual slats in the panels are like snapped in half, and they're gonna have to get all new fences. There's no just putting it back together. They're pretty much destroyed. But we got Bodie McBoatface here all covered up and no damage, no nothing. Our trees held, nothing broke off. They're pretty young trees. I'd be surprised if they're 15 years old. The house itself is only 6 years old, so I'm pretty sure these trees aren't much older. But yeah, we were lucky. We were definitely lucky. So that's pretty much it. We started taking off some of our panels from our windows. We took off the panels on our slider in the back, and then we've got 2 windows up here on the first floor in front of the front room that we took off so we can get some light in the house. We don't have power. It's probably about, what time is it?
10 after 11.
It's 10 after 11, so we've been without power since about 1:30. So yeah, almost 12 hours we've been without power, but we have the generator. Generator's been running for about 6 hours, and we're about down to half a tank. So we can get about 12 hours on 1 tank full from the generator. So, yep.